Yo, what is going on, everyone? It is Memory here. You guys know what time it is. We're going to be checking out the new upcoming season of anime, this being the spring season of 2020. Yes, it's pretty much already here. I know some shows have already started coming out, like with the pre-airings and all of that, but I would say the season officially kicks off on Wednesday. It's already here, man. It's just insane. I know we're going to have some shows because of like delays and whatnot carrying over to this season, but I mean, still, right? It's here pretty much already. So yeah, you guys know the drill by now. In this video, what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be going over these shows and telling you guys which ones I plan to watch, which shows I don't plan to watch, and which shows I'm kind of on the fence about or that are going to be maybes for me. In this video as well, I will also mention shows that I plan to react to because some of them are just obvious ones, and I do want to do some first impressions reactions because I bring up Hanako. Like, Hanako is going to be my, what I use for my example in this. Like, Hanako-kun in the winter season, I didn't plan to react to it. And then just a whole bunch of people were telling me, dude, you got to check this out. You got to react to this. And I ended up reacting to the first episode, and I stuck with the whole series, right, through the whole season and reacted to each episode. So I don't want to miss out on a show that would be good for reactions on the channel, pretty much is where I'm trying to get with that. So you guys may see some first impressions reactions where I continue with the series and some where maybe I don't continue with the series. It just kind of depends how it goes. And also something I wanted to mention, sometime during the month of April, I should get my streaming rights back, so hopefully I'll be able to do live stream reactions again on YouTube, which is something I've been wanting to do, but I haven't been able to do, obviously, so that should be coming back soon as well, so look forward to that. So yeah, last time we did a pretty good job. I don't think the video was too long, but it wasn't like too short. We kind of found like a happy medium, so hopefully this one is the same way, but you never know with these kinds of things. So yeah, let's hop into the first show that I guess will be kicking off the season if you like exclude the pre-airings and all of that. Tama Yomi, the baseball girls. I mean, I want to ask or say, like, do I really have to read this? Because I kind of think we can tell what it's going to be, and it seems like there's a lot to read, and I don't like reading. No, I'm just kidding. I do like reading, but I mean, it seems like it's gonna be cute girls playing baseball. Baseball, my second favorite sport behind basketball. You guys know if you watch my Ace of Diamond reactions, you guys know how I am about baseball. So I am going to check this out. I don't think I'm gonna do reactions to it though, but I'm gonna check it out. I don't think it's gonna be like Ace of Diamond-esque or anything like that. I might actually end up dropping it. I don't know, but if anything, cute girls playing baseball may be, because baseball is my second favorite sport, may be what keeps me watching it. But I don't know. I'm going to try it out, though. And it's something that a lot of people were talking about when the visual for this show was released. I don't think it was this visual, the exact one they use here, but it was one with like the two main girls. They have incredibly thick thighs for high school girls. So, or maybe they're junior high school girls. I don't even I think it says, oh, after junior high. So I think they're in high school. So, but yeah, still kind of crazy and something a lot of people were pointing out. So good observations, people. It wasn't really hard to miss. So next up, Tower of God, which I did a reaction to one of the trailers. I know there's a bunch of trailers out, I think, now. So I've already like read the synopsis. I've already, checked out the trailer. I kind of have a little bit of an idea of what Tower of God is about, and from what people are saying in the comments section of my reaction to the trailer for Tower of God, it's like, I was saying, man, are there like, do they go up each level like some SAO stuff? And they're like, no, 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 dude. Like, it's way more expansive. It's way crazier than that. Like, they were saying, like, going to a floor or a level or whatever in Tower of God is like exploring a whole island or going through a whole island in one piece. I'm just like, wow, like, that's crazy. It sounds awesome, right? But what I'm curious about, because I think this first season is only going to be 12 episodes, and with a series that's already has so many chapters out, and I think is still going, right? It's like it's only going to be like a little, like this much of a taste of just everything Tower of God. So, I mean, I hope I do enjoy it. It seems like a really cool concept, a really cool series, a lot of different distinct looking characters, and a lot of different creatures and beings and different kinds of atmospheres. I remember in the trailer there was like one that looked like they were in space, and then there was like expansive like playing fields and just all kinds of stuff it looked like that was there in Tower of God. So I am definitely intrigued by it. The trailer was like that for me. That's what it did for me. It made me want to watch it. So I'm definitely going to be watching Tower of God, and I do plan to do reactions on it as well. So we'll be watching Tower of God. The next one we have is called The Eighth Son. Are you kidding me? From Synergy SP and Shin Animation. Don't know anything about this one. Haven't heard anything about it, to be honest. Ichinomiya Shingo, a 25-year-old man working at a firm company, while thinking of tomorrow's busy working day, goes to sleep. However, when he woke up, he found himself in a room unknown to him and realized he is inside a 6-year-old's body. Taking over his body and mind, he soon learns from the memories of the boy that the boy was born as the youngest child of a poor, noble family living in a back country. Having no administrative skill, he can't do anything to manage the vast land his family has. Fortunately, he's blessed with a very rare talent, the talent of magic. So a 6-year-old is like is, I guess, managing all of this or whatever this family had or left behind or whatever the heck it is. Unfortunately, while his talent could bring prosperity to his family, in a situation it only brought disaster. This is the story of the boy Wendelin von Benno Baumeister, opening his own path in a harsh. I don't want to judge people's names, but man, like, holy crap, it's kind of a funny sounding name, isn't it? I'm gonna say maybe on this one. Honestly, I don't know. I could see my like I don't know. I think this one isn't gonna be one. Even if I did watch it, I could see I see myself like saying that okay, it's not gonna be something really great, but it's not gonna be bad either. I feel like this one may be just kind of middle of the pack, middle of a pack type of show. But I could be wrong. But that's just how I see it and just reading from this. Not a lot to go off of, obviously, but yeah, if you guys have like read the novel or anything, the light novel, let me know. And also, obviously, you gotta hope it gets a solid adaptation. Which Synergy SP, I think they did like the Prince of Tennis anime. I think, if I remember correctly off the top of my head. So who knows, honestly. Next up, we have Kakashi Goto, which I know the main character from this is the voice actor of Araragi. So that is awesome. And if you guys have not watched a trailer for this, definitely go ahead and watch it because it actually looks like a lot of fun. I think it's like a father and daughter type of bond or relationship, and the father's like trying to hide. I think he does like erotic dojins, or I think that's what it is. If I remember correctly, he's a single father with a secret. He's a top-selling manga artist of a raunchy series. Yeah, so like he's trying to pretty much keep this away from his daughter, right? He doesn't want his daughter to see the material that he's having because she's young, right? I think it's actually the character designer of Sayonara Zetsubo Sensei, excuse me. So that's maybe why the character designs look familiar to you guys. I haven't watched the series yet, but I have saw the character designs from it, and yeah, it's clear as day. So I do plan on watching this. I haven't. I don't think I have. Aija Do. Like I know I've heard of the studio, but can't really think of a work that they've done or a series they've done that really. I think maybe they do the Ascendance of a Bookworm. That also season 2 is going to be airing from this season, if I remember correctly. So besides that, nothing really that they've done kind of stands out to me. So I could be wrong though, or just not remembering. Next up, we have Bakuman Armored Alliance. I haven't watched any Bakugan in a long time. It's been a very long time. And I won't be watching any more soon. Next up, we have Sakura Wars, the animation. It's a sequel to Sakura Wars New York. I think this is like based off a game or something, isn't it? 1930. Yeah, I think this is based off like a game, I believe. I mean, it has like the animation tag on it, so probably. And I haven't watched whatever the prequel is or whatever came before it, so I don't think I'm gonna be able to watch this one. It has the mecha tag on there, so I'm a little interested. Some fine girls, it looks like. I'm gonna say no for now, but maybe my mind could change if I don't know if I actually have to watch Sakura Wars New York, whatever came before it. But you know how these shows can be, the animation, right? I mean, I know it's just 2 words, but if you look at a lot of shows that have adapted like games, or I mean, Ping Pong the animation, but that didn't adapt the game. That was just kind of a different case. But there's most of the anime that have the animation are for games, right? And most of them aren't really that good, to be fair, to be honest. So, I don't plan on checking it out, but maybe I changed my mind. I don't know. Let me know, guys. Next up, we have Bungo to Alchemist, Shinpan no Haguruma. You're in a world where you can meet famous Japanese historical writers with a party composed of other writers. You delve into tainted books to purify them, unlock secrets, and gain new allies. Doesn't really sound too interesting to me, to be honest. Like, I am interested in Japanese historical writers and all that, but this ain't no Bungo Stray Dogs. I know I may have that Bungo word in there, but it's it's not gonna be no Bungo Stray Dogs. It says it's like an action adventure, so I don't think it's gonna be. It's based off a video game too, actually. And I mean, just from the synopsis, it sounds like that. So I'm gonna say no on that one. Next up, we have Listeners, which is an original from Mappa. Straight Eureka 7 vibes, and I mean, Dai Sato, the writer of Eureka 7, is behind this series, so it makes sense why it looks like this or feels like this. So I definitely plan on watching this. Even the two characters kind of give like Eureka and Renton vibes, just in a way more modern, obviously, look, you know. But I think from what I've read about this, because I have done a little bit into it, because when it was announced that Dai Sato was going to be writing a new series, it caught my interest and I read more about it. So like in the world, it's like I think it's like a post-apocalyptic, I want to say, and the world like doesn't know anything about music, so they're trying to push music or have people listen to the music or whoever's here, if it's beings, humans, whatever, listening to this music. Which there's probably gonna be a lot of different songs from a lot of different artists and voices that come out of this series. It seems like, so I'm really excited for that. And Eureka 7, although you may say, wait, Eureka 7 isn't a music series. Eureka 7 is heavily inspired by a lot of different kinds of music throughout the series. And Eureka 7 has one of the more distinct, standout soundtracks just in anime in general, in my opinion. I love Eureka 7. It's one of my... I'm not saying this is going to be on the Eureka 7 level, because that's hard to achieve that level. Because Eureka 7, for me, one of my favorite shows of all time. So I don't think this is going to be on that level, but it does seem like it's kind of like inspired, like, I don't want to say like spiritual success or anything like that, but it seems heavily inspired by Eureka 7, and it makes sense with Dai Sato on it, writing and doing the series comp. So I'm looking forward to it. I really am. So, yeah. Next up, I don't think I'm going to be reacting to it, though. Next up, we have Wave, Listen to Me from Sunrise. Okay, the stage is set. The stage is, I was about to say the stage is set Hokkaido. Because I don't know why, but the stage is set in Sapporo, Hokkaido. One night, our heroine, Minare Koda, spills her heartbroken woes to a radio station worker she meets out drinking one night. Well, they say that's when a lot of truths come out, is when you're drinking or when you're drunk. The next day, she hears a recording of her pitiful grumbling being played live over the air. Minari storms into the station in a rage, only to then be duped by the station director into doing an impromptu talk show explaining her harsh dialogue. With just one recording, the many eccentric facets of Minari's life begin to pull every which direction as she falls deeper into the world of radio. That actually sounds pretty fascinating. I'm not even gonna lie. Like, and I think this was announced kind of a while ago. I think it's like it has the one visual with, I think the guy has like a microphone, if I remember correctly, and he's like going like this, like he's singing, like he's yelling to the sky or something, like he's singing, pouring his heart out. But this actually does sound like a kind of an interesting concept, comedy drama. Seems like more grown characters, so not like characters in high school or anything like that. And I'm usually down for stuff like that, because we get so many high school anime and characters that are around that age, which makes sense. But maybe this will be refreshing in the fact that it's gonna have older characters, obviously out of high school and whatnot. So I'm gonna check that one out. Let's see. Next up, we have Yu-Gi-Oh! Sevens, which I'm not going to be watching. I know it's like a new Yu-Gi-Oh! Thing. Features a new type of duel called Rush Duels. Man, I feel like with each new Yu-Gi-Oh! Series, it's like, man, they have these new types of dueling methods and all that. I haven't kept up with Yu-Gi-Oh! In so long. I think the last time I watched Yu-Gi-Oh! Honestly was Yu-Gi-Oh! GX. I want to say 5Ds, GX. Did GX come after 5? I think 5Ds came after GX. It was one of those two. That's how long it's been since I watched Yu-Gi-Oh, you know? So a lot of stuff has probably changed. I have no idea about the new stuff nowadays. So, and I know Yu-Gi-Oh is always kind of for kids, but this really seems like it's for kids. You know what I'm saying? Like the characters seem so young. Like at least in some of like the other Yu-Gi-Oh, the newer Yu-Gi-Oh series I've saw, the characters look kind of older. You know what I'm saying? But I'm not gonna be checking that out. Next up, we have Major second season, season 2, which I think there's like 5 or 6 seasons for Major. So I haven't watched any of it. I've heard Major's actually pretty solid though. It like starts from like the kid when he's like literally starting off with baseball to when he's in the majors. I'm pretty sure. So I need to watch Major at some point because I love baseball. You guys know how I am about it. So I do want to watch it at some point, but not gonna be able to watch this season. Next up, we have Arte, which I think is like a reboot or a remake of like an older series. Pretty sure. Firenze, early 16th century. Sorry if I mispronounced that, by the way. The birthplace of the Renaissance era where art is thriving. In one small corner of this vast city, one sheltered girl's journey begins. She dreams of becoming an artist, an impossible career for a girl born into a noble family. In those days, art was an exclusively male profession, with women facing strong discrimination. I mean, 16th century, yeah. In spite of these challenges, Arte, okay, so that's her name. She perseveres. Why does it keep doing this? She perseveres with hard work and a positive attitude. So I think this is a reboot if I remember correctly, or at least I know the source material is kind of older. So, but I have literally close to zero faith in Seven Arcs. Honestly, the studio. I don't know, man. I might check it out. Just really depends. I'm gonna say maybe. I'll say maybe. I'm kind of leaning towards no, but maybe it surprises me. I'm not sure. So next up we have Gal and Dino. Okay. A Garu named Kaide picks up a dinosaur and begins living with it in her room. The dinosaur eats human food, watches TV, and even enjoys being fashionable. Okay, is this a short? It's probably a short, I feel like. Maybe not, but I'm going to actually try it out because, I mean, why not? It sounds kind of funny. Sounds kind of goofy. Like some Kobayashi's Dragon Maid-esque kind of stuff. I don't think it's going to be on that level, but maybe we see other dinosaurs or other things. I don't know. Maybe we learn how the dinosaurs went extinct. How they actually did. I don't know. I mean, we'll have to wait and see. Maybe the show maybe the show goes into it. They're probably not. I'm just trolling, but I'm gonna try it out because it does sound kind of funny. Next up, we have, I think this is a isekai, I believe. Yeah. My next life as a villainess, all routes lead to doom. I think this is actually from, well, it is from Silverlink, but the director of Rakudai, Rakudai Kishi no Cavalry. Wealthy Harris, or Ayers, is it Ayers? I don't even know. Katarina Clace is hit in the head with a rock and recovers the memories of her past life. It turns out the world she lives in is the world of the game Fortune Lover, an otome game she is obsessed with in her past life. But she's been cast as the villain character who tries to foil the protagonist's romances. The best ending the game has for Katarina is exile, and the worst, death. She'll have to find a way to avoid triggering the flags of doom and make her own happy future. See, this could be bad, right? It definitely could, because, I mean, the isekai stuff, I actually have heard solid things about the source material for this, though. But, see, they're trying to twist it. They're trying to, make it a little unique. Although it is an isekai, we see them so much each season, they are trying to add a little bit of a twist to it. So, I feel like this one, compared to a lot of the other generic bland isekai we see, I feel like this one does have potential, and like I said, I have heard decent things about the source material, like some things about it, the light novel. So I'm going to be trying this one out. Maybe a potential first impressions reaction for this one. We'll have to wait and see. I'm not going to say I'm reacting to it 100% now, but we'll see. We'll see how it goes. Next one we have from Doga Kobo yesterday, Wo Utate. Sorry if I pronounced that wrong. The coming of age story follows a university student, or a graduate, excuse me, named Rikuo who has not been able to find permanent employment after college. A mysterious woman named Haru has a pet crow. I do see that on her shoulder. And Rikuo's former university classmate Shinako. I think I know I've saw some of the visuals from this, which look absolutely beautiful. But I saw a little bit of the preview, and it doesn't look like what Dogakobo has been putting out lately. You're right, because we're so used to with Dogakobo, cute girls doing cute things. This seems like is going to be a little different. It seems like it's going to be, focuses on older students. They're like out of college, or they're either in college or out of college. And then I think the new game staff, or the director at least, maybe some more of the staff, I think they're actually working on this one. So I'm actually really looking forward to this, honestly, because it seems like there's going to be more to it, obviously, than cute girls doing cute things. And it's not that there's anything wrong with that. I just feel like there's going to be more of a story here, more like, I guess, meaning here, with this one. And I want to try it out. I want to watch it for sure. If you guys have read anything of the manga, don't spoil me, but kind of let me know a little bit what you think about it. So I'll be watching that one. Maybe a contender. I don't know. I don't know if it's more of a dialogue-driven show. Maybe I'm not gonna do reactions to it, but if I can't react to it, or maybe it is a a reaction-worthy series. My brain was seeing romance, or my eyes were seeing romance, and then my brain was like trying to process it. But if it is like a reaction-worthy series, excuse me, let me know. Maybe I'll do a first impressions for that one. So these two kind of first impression reaction candidates, but for now I'm not gonna say yes, but maybe on that. But I'm definitely gonna be watching them. Ascendance of a Bookworm season 2, yes, for sure. I really like season 1, but especially where the end of season 1 was going. Season 2 I'm really looking forward to, and I feel like it's going to be even better. Hopefully. I hope it's even better, right? And I was right. Aijido, same studio as that one we saw up here earlier. Kakashi Goto. So, yes. Next up, we have Digimon Adventure, which I think is kind of similar. What they're doing with this is kind of similar to what they are doing with Pokemon right now. So with the Pokemon thing, they kind of say it's like a reboot or reimagining, which I'm watching, and I'm actually really enjoying it. I might watch this. It's been a long time since I watched Digimon. It's been a long time. I haven't watched the Try movies. I haven't. I don't even remember the last time I watched Digimon. To be completely honest with you guys, it's probably been over 10 years. But I may watch this because how awesome would that be, right? Watching like a Digimon, because I think this is like I think this is like a reimagining or reboot as well. So it would be awesome to watch this and the Pokemon one at the same time. You know what I'm saying? Because the Pokemon one is still going. So I'm gonna watch it. I don't think I have to watch if this is gonna be like a reimagining or a reboot. I want to I'm gonna check it out, and if I can't watch it or if I have to watch something else, let me know, and I guess I won't watch it. But going off of what we see here in the visual, it seems like it's kind of like a reimagining or a reboot. So yeah, next one we have doesn't seem like something I'd be interested in, to be honest. Kirato Prechan, haven't watched any of that. Nukel Dreamy from JC Staff. The story begins when this seems like something that's not really up my alley, but the story begins with a middle school girl named Yume sees something fall from the sky, meets a pale violet-colored kitten named Mew. It turns out that Mew has the power of Yume Synchro, the power to enter dreams. In the dream world, the girl and Mew collect dream stones. I'm gonna say no, honestly. Although I know people have been enjoying some of like these types of shows that, because I know JC Staff recently has done like some magical. I know this is not like magical girls, but kind of that same sort of vibe with it. You know what I'm saying? I know people have actually been enjoying those lately. So it's like JC Staff is doing like, I mean, they do a bit of everything, honestly, but it's like they've been doing or pushing for more of these types of shows lately, I feel like. I know that one they had recently like was selling really really good. So I was like, wow, I wasn't expecting that. Forget what the name of it is off the top of my head though. So next one we have is Sugumomo. I have not watched the first season of it. I think I watched like 3 or 4 episodes and never finished it, so I won't be watching this. Next up we have Idolish 7, Second Beat. I have not watched the first season. Won't be watching that. Gleipnir, I think that's how you pronounce it. Comedy drama from Pine Jam. Looks kind of creepy, like a little bit edgy, maybe Darwin's Game-esque looking. I don't know. Shuichi Kagaya isn't human. He has an unnatural sense of smell and can transform into an incredibly powerful beast. So he transforms into like this bear thing or whatever the hell it is. He does all he can to avoid standing out and being discovered, but no good deed goes unpunished, and his decision to use his power to save a girl spells the end for his quiet life. We are actually talking about this one in the podcast, the Weebs of the Roundtable podcast, and Mad Lab was saying that there's actually a good bit of fan service in this one. So I don't know. It seems like it might be a little edgy. I don't know. I'm gonna say maybe. I'm gonna say maybe for this one. Next up, we have Shachi Bato, President. It's time for battle. Anime adaptation of the smartphone strategy game. The isekai strategy role-playing game is set in a world where dimensional gates suddenly appear in the skies, opening portals to countless dungeons. The story imagines that the player is a company president who employs adventurers to take on dungeons filled with monsters. See, I'm like before I would be like, okay, I'm gonna try it out, but honestly, I just don't see myself keeping up with this or watching it. To be honest, because this is what's been happening lately in seasons. Like, there's still some stuff I haven't finished from the winter season. But like, I watch all this stuff that like I push through that like I'm not even really fully invested in, but I'll still force myself to continue to watch it, which I shouldn't do. But then I fall behind on other things that I'm actually interested in and actually into kind of, and it's like shit. Well, why did I watch this in the first place? And then by that point, I'm already like over halfway through the series, so I'm like, might as well finish it. So I'm not gonna get caught in that again. But hey, maybe it surprises people, and maybe I do end up checking it out because of just the word. But we'll see. Next up, we have third season of Kingdom, which I've not watched any Kingdom. I've heard the manga is amazing. I heard the anime, like the second season, gets a lot better. I mean, the first and second seasons are still pretty like highly rated, but that's probably because like the characters in the story kind of carry it. Because I saw bits and pieces of the animation, especially from season one, and it doesn't look good at all from Kingdom. I think it did get better in season two, but I know this has like different staff and different studio working on it now, so maybe it'll be better for people. I'm not sure, but if I do ever pick up Kingdom, I read the first like 50 or so chapters a long time ago, like over 2 years ago, but I never got back on it. But when I do get back on Kingdom, it's going to be through the manga. It's not going to be through the anime. Next up, I don't know what this is. He's like the virtual YouTubers thing or something like that. Maybe it's like a second season, so I'm not going to be watching it, but next up we have is Gal Gaku, Hijiri Girl Square Gakuen OLM and Wit Studio. What's going on? Is this a sign they're not working on Attack on Titan? I know that's been like a rumor, right, that Wit Studio isn't working on Attack on Titan Season 4. We're not going to really talk about that much in this video, but Yonko Productions is tweeting out about how Eren is safe, and it's still probably going to be in the IG family, so like the IG port. So it's either going to be Wit Studio, Production IG, like one of those studios in that group. So I think Attack on Titan will still be good, in terms of like the production, but we'll have to wait and see for that. But Wit Studio, what's going on? What if it came out like this is why they didn't work on Attack on Titan or something? I'm just kind of trolling again, but I'm not going to be watching this one. Next up, we have... Oh, maybe this is the one I was thinking of. Sakura Wars. I think Sakura Wars is a game. I'm pretty sure it's a game. I think this one... I know this one's a game, though. Yeah, it's based off a video game. Shiro Neko Project. Shiro Neko Project Zero Chronicle from Project Number 9. In a world consisting of numerous uh, islands or isles, a young hero from the Astora Isle encounters the adventurer Kyle and follows him on an expedition on the isle. They meet a mysterious girl named Iris and a talking white cat, and together they make their way to the isle's ruins where they find a flying island. Kyle becomes consumed by darkness there, and the party resolves to travel to the end of the world on the flying island in order to find the 7 great runes, following Kyle's words before he disappeared. See, I'm always kind of hesitant on video game adaptations because, I mean, most of the times they miss, but I guess there are rare cases where they're actually not that bad. But I'm not sure. I'm going to say maybe for this one. Did I say maybe for this one up here? I said no on the Sakura Wars one. Mm, that was like 7 arcs, wasn't it? Or Senzingen. So there's probably going to be a bit of CG, which I'm not saying that's a bad thing because their CG for like Babuki Baranki is actually pretty good. I'll say maybe on this one. It does sound more interesting than the Sakura Wars one that we talked about earlier. So I'm going to say maybe. Dropkick on my devil. Have not watched the first season. Princess Connect. I think this is like a. I was gonna say it's a second season, but I just marked it as no. But it just seemed like from the visual, it just aesthetically doesn't seem like something I'd like. But set in the lovely land of Astora, where a gentle wind blows, Princess Connect Redive follows the adventures of Yuki, an amnesiac young man, Kokoro, a small guide who looks after Yuki, and Pekorin, a beautiful swordsman who's constantly hungry, and Carol, a cat-eared magical girl with a somewhat cool personality. These fateful 4 form a guild entitled Bishoku Dono and embark on delicious adventures. Yeah, probably not. Honestly, just being honest, guys, right? Like, I'm not gonna like sugarcoat anything. Here we go. Fruits Basket Season 2. Yes, let's go. You already know, reacting to it, watching it. People are telling me, like, with the end of Season 1, they're like, man, if you thought that anything in this season was depressing or emotional, just wait until Season 2. I'm just like, thanks. Thanks, guys. Like, you're right. Like, I can't wait for it, though, but they're trying to make it seem all happy. Everyone's having a good time with the visual, you know what I'm saying? But probably not going to be the case for the most part. But what I want in Season 2, right? I want more Akito, obviously. Them to go more into the curse and all that, which they probably will, right? I know people are kind of going crazy over that girl they introduced at the end of the first season, like in the hospital bed and all that. I forget what her name was. I don't even know if we got her name. But really looking forward to Fruits Basket Season 2. Of course, man. One of my favorite shows of 2019, without a doubt. So it's back this year, which is great. We didn't have to wait that long, you know. Shadowverse, not going to be watching. See, this is the Doga Koba show that I'm talking about. Like this, it looks like these girls are going to be fishing. I mean, man. So I didn't know they had another show this season, actually. Hina is an indoor-oriented girl who likes crafts and moves to a seaside town to continue with her high school education. She meets upperclassman Kuroa and as she walks along an embankment and joins the mysterious embankment club. Hina dislikes sea creatures, but she fishes with her fellow club members and eats their catches. She gradually starts to appreciate the appeal of the ocean. So, I mean, aesthetically, this is probably going to be very good looking. I mean, Doga Koba is usually pretty good at that. They're pretty good at the cute girls doing cute things sort of stuff. So that's, what you're going to have here. I personally, like, whenever I can fish, I fish. I actually really like fishing. But have I done it enough or you'll like it enough maybe for that to carry the show for me? I don't think that's going to be the case. I don't even think it's more so about that. I actually did watch in the winter season Koisuru Asteroid. That was actually, it was okay. It wasn't the greatest thing ever, but it wasn't bad by any means. It was actually like kind of just middle of the pack. This is probably how this will be for me if I were to watch it. So I'll say maybe on this one, honestly. Next up, we have BNA from Trigger. Yes. Yes, like you already know I'm watching it, and I'm probably gonna do a reaction to it as well. I know the first 6 episodes released on Netflix. I think it was through Netflix, but the TV broadcast or part of the TV broadcast, I think it airs on like Plus Ultra or something like that. The station. I wasn't gonna watch those 6 episodes because I would have to wait till the end of May for episode 7. So I'm just gonna follow Essenti's releases because thank goodness, right? Essenshi picked it up. Essenshi has not let me down in the past with some of the shows that I've watched from them that they fan subbed. So that's good that they picked up BNA. And I don't even think I've read much of it or know much about it. I know it has like the animal people and that kind of whole thing going on. But it's Trigger. But yeah, I actually haven't read any. It's an original. In the 21st century, the existence of animal humans came to light after being hidden in the darkness of history. Michiru lived life as a normal human until one day she suddenly turns into a Tanuki human. She runs away and takes refuge in a special city area called Anima City that was set up 10 years ago for animal humans to be able to live as themselves. There, Michiru meets Shiro, a wolf human who hates, and I think they can actually like transform into them. So it's like their base look is like, at least with the guy maybe, like the guy can kind of just transform into the wolf. So it's not like they're just stuck as whatever they are. It might be different for him compared to other people, but I'm pretty sure he can actually like transform into the wolf. I don't think he walks around as the wolf all the time. I could be wrong though. Um, so through Shiro, Michiru starts to learn about the worries, lifestyle, and joys of the animal humans. As Michiru and Shiro try to learn why Michiru suddenly turned into an animal human, they unexpectedly get wrapped up in a large incident, and then they go to space. The grand battle in space for the last episode. That would be some shit. I wouldn't be surprised either if they did that. But yeah, I'm definitely gonna be watching this. It's probably gonna be a blast. I hope it's gonna be a blast, right? So yeah, we'll be watching that. Next up, we have the Millionaire Detective Balance Unlimited from Cloverworks. Cloverworks has really been great lately, right? With a lot of the stuff they've been doing. Honestly, that girl has an RPG too. Like what? Is she the? I think there's another girl in there, but man, this girl walking around like with an RPG like that. What is she about? That might be best girl of the season or something. I don't know. But yeah, it's based on a novel based on Yasutaka Sutsu's novel Fugo Keiji. The story centers around millionaire Daisuke Kanbei, their heir to one of the wealthiest families in Japan, who is assigned as a detective to the Modern Crime Prevention Task Force at the Tokyo Metropolitan Police Department. Taking full advantage of his vast family wealth, he spares no expense in solving complex crimes and has a tendency to evaluate everything, including individual human lives, in terms of their monetary value. Haru Kato, a detective with a compassionate heart who believes that money isn't everything. Why does it do that? Is chosen as Kanbei's partner, but is repulsed by his materialistic attitude, having diametrically opposing personalities. Witness how the two join forces to tackle seemingly unsolvable crimes and mysteries. So it's kind of like almost like a buddy detective, buddy cop type of series. Fujoshi bait as well, definitely. That seems like that seems very apparent. That seems like what they know what they're doing, right? I feel like the detective shows can be hit or miss. I'm gonna try it out though because Cloverworks, like I said, has been knocking out of the park lately, and yeah, and I'm semi interested, I would say. Next up, we have No Guns Life Season 2, which I know I reacted to like the first couple episodes of Season 1 and kind of fell off of it, and I actually never picked it back up. Just kind of fell flat for me after like the first episode or two. I just couldn't get into it. Honestly, it was just kind of for me. No Guns Life. So I won't be checking out Season 2. I don't think, there's no way. There's no way I'll be caught up because I do want to get back on it and try and finish it at some point, but I don't think I'll be caught up in time for the new season. Although it may have one of the best OPs of this year of 2020, if I do have to say so myself, because the man Hiroyuki Sawano, the goat, is going to be producing a track with Gene Kanjani from Man with a Mission on the vocals. that's just a match made in heaven, right? Like those two on one track is just unfair, and the song is going to be great. I'm not worried about that. I cannot wait to hear the full thing. But like I said, it might be OP of the year. So look forward to that. I'm looking forward to that. That's the thing I'm looking forward to the most out of No Guns Life 2, and I'm not even going to watch it, at least initially. So yeah, sorry I had to say that. Next up, man, we have Snafu Season 3, Origairu Season 3, man. Honestly, I'm going to try and rewatch the first two seasons before the third season gets here because I don't know how long it's been. I did do reactions to it on the channel the first two seasons because it won like a poll of mine that I did a while ago. But it took me a while to finish it, and I had like gaps, big gaps in between the episodes. So I kind of forgot, honestly, a bit when it comes to the first two seasons. And maybe you guys are the same way. Maybe some of you guys have already rewatched it or you're currently in the process of rewatching it. But I'm going to try and do my best to rewatch the first two seasons so I can be like fresh off of it going into the third season. But I definitely plan on reacting to it. Definitely plan on watching it, obviously. Cannot wait to see everyone back. I think it's going to be the last season, too. So, like, what ship is going to sink? What ship is going to sail? How are they going to leave it off? I mean, I don't know. And I think I've talked about this before, but like with Yukino and Yui to me, because Iroha's not bad, don't get me wrong, but when you compare her to Yukino and Yui, it's like, come on, all right, like, come on. But Yukino and Yui, like, even as I sit here right now, it's like I can't even pick between the two of them. It's like one day I'll say Yukino, and then one day I'll say Yui. It's like I go back and forth between the two of them, man. It's just tough. But that says a lot about just how likable the both of them are and how great the both of them are. Obviously Hiki is Hiki, like, but I'm really looking forward to more Origairu. I know a lot of people didn't think this would ever come, or they felt like this would never come. They were giving up hope, but nah, it's coming. It's almost here. So that's hype. That's hype. So I cannot wait. Next up, we have another original from PA Works, which they're hit or miss. You guys know how I feel about the PA Works originals. Fairy Gone, Sirius Jaeger, Kuro Mukuro. There's a lot of originals they've done lately, obviously, that have just been hit or miss, honestly. So this one, though, does seem kind of fun, right? It kind of sounds like JoJo Part 7, Steel Ball Run in a way, like the race from one end of the United States to the other. I think that's what Steel Ball Run is kind of about. It's like set in a time in the past as well. It's like a historical sort of series. I think that's what's going on here. Looks like a bunch of different kinds of characters and just tropes. I mean, you got a samurai, you got just all different kinds of. I feel like they're trying to appeal to just many different kinds of fans who like certain kinds of things. Like if you like samurais or if you like just whatever else may be in here, right? It's not like everyone's a samurai in the visual as you see or as we can see from the characters, but it does seem like it could be a lot of fun, honestly, in a race. I think it starts in New York and goes to Los Angeles or something like that. It does sound kind of fun. So, but like I said, the PA Works originals are hit or miss, so I don't know, but I'm going to be checking it out. Next up, we have Food Wars Season 5, which I heard this is where, with the introduction of this guy, who's like, I guess, the next villain or antagonist or however you'd want to put it. Apparently, this is where the series goes really downhill. And actually, I like Season 4 for the most part. I had some issues with the pacing of it, but it wasn't that bad, right? It wasn't that bad. Doesn't compare to like some of the other seasons of Food Wars. Like I prefer some of the other seasons, but Season 4 was still all right in my opinion. But Season 5, man, I don't know. I don't know. Does it really go downhill? If that's the case, maybe the anime changes up some things or doesn't stick to exactly how the manga goes. I don't know. I feel like with Food Wars wrapping up, I think it's wrapping up or it has wrapped up. They're just trying to, they're gonna conclude the Food Wars anime. I don't know if it'll be with this season or maybe the season after that. I'm not sure, but we'll have to wait and see. But I'll be watching it because it's Food Wars. I mean, I've watched 4 seasons. It's not like I'm just going to dip and say, no, I'm not watching the 5th season. I've kept up with it for this long, so why not? And it's not like a 7 Deadly Sins situation where it's totally switched studios and staff and is being outsourced and whatnot. It's still sticking at JC staff, so yeah. I'll be watching that one. I'm not gonna be doing reactions though. Not gonna be doing reactions for Food Wars. Next up, we have Argo Navis from Bang Dream. Not going to be watching. I don't know what the heck this is, but I'm not going to be watching. Kaguya-sama Season 2. Yes, you already know. You already know. Cannot wait to see everyone back. I think there's a new girl that they're going to be introducing. I think we actually saw her. Did we see her in Season 1? I think it was at the end of Season 1. They like kind of teased her. It was like a new girl. So I'm looking forward to that with this season. But obviously, seeing everyone back, Kaguya, Shirogane, Chika, our guy. Um, I'm really hyped, really excited for more Kaguya-sama, of course. You guys know what it is. So yeah, definitely reacting to it, definitely watching it. Next up, we have Woodpecker Detective's Office, adaptation of K.E.'s. Is it E or Lee's? I think it's E's. K.E.'s mystery novel. The story is set in 1909 during Japan's Meiji era and centers on a fictional versions of real-life poet Takuboku Ishikawa and real-life linguist, I think that's how you pronounce it, Kyosuke Kindachi, who were acquaintances in real life. Takuboku runs a private detective. Honestly, I'm gonna say no because I think one detective series, if I'm gonna watch this one with like I am from Cloverworks, I think one may be enough for me, to be honest. And then we have Sword Art Online War of Underworld Part 2. This is going to be coming at the end of April, which is kind of unfortunate, but it's only going to be 11 episodes, so I guess it makes sense, like the late start. But I think this is the end of Alicization. Like, this is where it all wraps up. This is it. I mean, we have pretty much everyone here now. But War of Underworld was a blast. The first part, the first season of it. I mean, like I said, we got everyone here now. We got Asuna, Sinon, just the stakes. Kirito coming back because he has to come back in this part, right? He has to finally come back. They're not going to leave off the Alicization or the series with Kirito just still being in his potato state. So I cannot wait for that. I feel like this is going to be even better than War of Underworld, like the first season. You know what I'm saying? It's like, man, it's going to be some high octane shit. I cannot wait, dude. I cannot wait. You guys know how I feel about Sword Art, especially as of late. It's been, with Alicization. I mean, I would even say with Ordinal Scale, but with Ordinal Scale going into like Alicization and War of Underworld, it's just been fantastic lately. I've had a lot of praise for SAO, and I feel like it deserves it lately, for sure. I will defend it. I will defend it. And then lastly, so I will be watching this, we'll be reacting to it, obviously. And then lastly, we have more Cardfight Vanguard, which I will not be watching. So we got some shorts. I don't think I'm going to be watching any of these. It's just like it looked like some Lego people at first, but they're bananas. Not going to be watching that, though. I'll still be watching Railgun, obviously. Plunder, I'm not watching. We got some movies. We can go through these. I definitely want to go through these. The Princess Principal Crown Handler movie. I think the first film out of the 6. I just actually saw something on Twitter that they announced that they finished the movie and it airs in 9 days. So I don't know. I think it's through Amazon, and I know Amazon actually put out the Psychopaths First Inspector movie. It was like split into 3 episodes. So maybe they somehow can put out the Princess Principal movie. That would be awesome around the same time. If not, then we're probably gonna have to wait a while. So, but I do plan on watching that. Case Closed. I haven't watched any Case Closed. Violet Evergarden, the movie. You already know I'm gonna be watching this. I think it's actually, if you go on the dark side of the web, I think you can already watch it. I think like I don't know if it's the Blu-ray or just some kind of version is dropped, where I know people have already watched it and people are already talking about it. So if you guys go to the dark side somewhere, I know I've saw it. I haven't saw the movie. I'm saying I've saw like the releases, with some translations and whatnot for the movie. So, but I'm gonna wait until like I guess something more official, or I hope I can see it in theaters, right? I think actually, I don't know. I don't know if it ever was announced for a U.S. theatrical release. I don't even remember, to be completely honest. if I missed out on that, then I'm gonna be pissed. I'm gonna be pissed. But I haven't heard anything. Maybe I just have done a bad job at keeping up. But I don't know. It says it airs in 23 days. I know somehow it's already came out. Like I think it was a BD or something. But I don't know. I do plan on watching it though, regardless. Violet Evergarden, great series. You guys know how I feel about that. I reacted to the whole thing here on the channel. So definitely looking forward to more of that. Fate Stay Night, Heaven's Feel Part 3. Fuck yes. I think this actually wraps up. I think this wraps up just all of Fate Stay Night in general, right? With this movie. And me and my brother, I know this actually got pushed back. It was supposed to, I think it was supposed to be in theaters like just today or a couple days ago or something like that. Very recently it was supposed to be out, but they pushed it back a month. And that means the U.S. release, theatrical thing got canceled or postponed. So not going to be able to watch it anytime soon. It may just be a couple more months, and hopefully I'll be able to go see that in theaters with my brother, because that's what we did for the second movie. And I think they actually are going to have a marathon, like show the first two movies and then the third one. So that's good. That's like what, over 4 hours of Fate Stay Night, Heaven's Feel. Like, so hopefully we'll be able to do that, right? Watch the first two films again because it's been a little bit, and then watch the third film. So yeah, definitely looking forward to the conclusion of that, and how, to see how that wraps up for sure. Next up, we have a movie from Liden Films. Donika Naruhibi, a young woman going through a divorce, finds a kindred soul in a bar one night and wakes up the next morning in his bed. On the opposite side of town, a boring high school teacher is met with the startling confession and unexpected encounter with his family. A lonely girl who lives with a ghostly house guest meets the living and breathing man she could be destined to marry, while twin boys who don't quite see eye to eye encounter. What is going on here? Take a moment to sit back and watch life through the eyes of these. Okay, so it's like multiple different perspectives and multiple different things going on through a bunch of different characters' eyes. And what the heck? A series of happy-go-lucky days colored by intersecting lines of sex, love, and longing. Seems pretty deep, but I mean, some of these characters look kind of young, right? Like, man, I don't know. I don't even know if I'll be able to watch that. Like, I don't think it'll get a theatrical release. I'd probably have to wait for the Blu-ray, so it would probably be a long time. I'll say maybe on that one, no. The Given movie, yes, going to be watching that, 100%. Given, underrated series. Actually, it wasn't like the greatest thing ever for me, but I did. Given was a solid show. It was like between a 7 and an 8 for me, which is like just average solid rating. It's like I know there's a lot of people who are really big fans of it, and I can see why. I could definitely see why. And this is the sequel. This is the sequel to Given. So, and apparently it's gonna be focusing more on the relationship between Oh, okay, so it's not gonna be okay, so it's gonna be more of like a backstory? Kind of? Huh. Or at least I'm assuming there's a lot of backstory there, but then in the present too. I'm not really sure. But I'm looking forward to that. I'm looking forward to more Given for sure. Hopefully I don't know if I'll be able to see it in theaters. Hopefully it does get a theatrical release, but we'll have to see. Next up, we have a film from A1 Pictures, Amoy Omoware Furari. The story centers around Yuna and Akari, who have two different views of love. Yuna is someone who sees love as a dream, and Akari is someone who is very realistic about her romance choices. Meanwhile, there are two boys, Kazuomi and Ryo, who also have different views of love. Kazuomi, is an airhead and doesn't understand the concept of love, while Ryo grabs the opportunity when confessed to, as long as the girl looks cute. I don't know. Maybe a lot of these are gonna be just babies. I'm not gonna be able to see them for a long time anyway, to be honest. Review Starlight compilation film. No. Nakitai Watashi wa Neko wo Kabaru. Studio, I think it's Colorado or Colorado. They like the Pokemon what is it called? The Pokemon Tsubasa Wings, I think it's called, the like short anime they're doing. I mean, Penguin Highway. I haven't watched Highway yet, but I've saw lots of clips from it. This is an up and coming studio. I know they've done like a lot of backgrounds and stuff for all their anime, but now they've actually like are starting to do like these bigger projects and everything. And they are really a studio to look out for. They like, yes, I think they're doing the Burn the Witch adaptation too for Bleach. Well, it's not actually Bleach, but it's Kubo. You know, one of Kubo's works. So look out for this studio. Look out for their works. That's all I'm gonna say. I do plan on watching this though. The original story about finding one's true self is set in Tokoname, Aichi, and centers on Mio or Muge Sasaki. She is a peculiar second-year junior high student who has fallen in love with her classmate Kento Hinode. Muge resolutely pursues Kento every day, but he takes no notice of her. Nevertheless, while carrying a secret she can tell no one, Muge continues to pursue Kento. Muge discovers a magic mask that allows her to transform into a cat named Taro. The magic lets Muge get close to Kento, but eventually it may also make her unable to transform back to a human. So kind of sounds Ghibli-esque in a way, a little bit. I would say it is an original, so maybe inspired by that. I'm not sure, but it does kind of have that sounding, vibe or feeling to it, definitely. So I'm gonna be checking that one out for sure. They're coming off of like Penguin Highway, and I know they're doing the Pokemon stuff now. So this studio is busy, and they're doing a pretty good job, I would say. Not gonna be watching this. The fourth and final Ava movie, which I've not watched the first three yet. I need to get on that at some point. So for now, I'm going to say no, but at some point I do plan on watching it, obviously. The last Digimon Try movie, I'm pretty sure, right? This is like the Digimon Adventure Last Evolution, Kizuna. Yeah, I'm pretty sure this is the last one, which I haven't watched any of them, like I mentioned earlier, so I won't be watching that. Monster Strike movie, no. Psycho Pass 3, First Inspector, hell yes. I know it's already out. I haven't watched it yet, though. But I do plan on watching it because it's actually the sequel to Psycho Pass 3, which left off on a crazy cliffhanger. So I'm like, yeah, I need to get more. I need to give me this, and we got it. So I need to get on that. Next up, we have some OVAs, ONAs, and specials. I'm going to try and fly through these guys for you. Soul Levante, I think this is, I was about to say, I think it's all in 4K. First hand-drawn anime with 4K, so it's kind of like a short. Oh, it actually comes out like very soon. I think it's on Netflix, I believe. I'll just check that out just for the solid fact it's something that's being done like this for the first time, right? So I'm kind of curious to see how it looks or what it's all about. Not gonna be watching this. Gundam Build Divers Re-Rise Season 2, yes. And here's the thing, Gundam Build Divers was garbage, in my opinion. But Gundam Build Divers Re-Rise was actually a big step up, and where it ended with the first season of Re-Rise and where the series is going, it's getting like kind of crazy. It's getting like kind of like really serious, like with the developments at the end of the first season. If you guys watch the Re-Rise, you know what I'm talking about, like kind of where the series is going. I'm like, oh man, I'm actually really looking forward to. Now it could fall flat and it couldn't not deliver on what it's set up and where it's going, but I feel like this season of Re-Rise, Gundam Build Divers Re-Rise, has a lot of potential, so I'm looking forward to it. Not gonna be watching this. Not gonna be watching this. Not gonna be watching this. I think we got another Heya Camp special or another episode of that, so I'll be watching that. Ghost in the Shell. I haven't watched any of the standalone complex. I've watched the original Ghost in the Shell, but I haven't watched any more besides that. I never watched this series. I know it aired kind of recently. Dorohedoro Mano. I don't think this is an OVA. Maybe it is an OVA? If it's an OVA for Dorohedoro, I'm watching it. You already know. Haven't watched the first season of Baki. Haven't watched Seven Seeds. Descendants of a Bookworm side story. It's like an OVA. I'll be watching that. Anything essential in the book of a bookworm, I'm watching. Beyblade, no. Dino Girl, no. Don't know what this is. Probably not gonna be watching it though. So yeah, I think that's it. And I mean, honestly, this season there are obviously some ones I'm looking forward to. I know it's kind of stupid to say like, oh, this season looks kind of weaker or like whatever, because you never know what could happen, right? Or what shows could be surprises and whatnot. But I think ReZero being in here would have made it obviously, right, much more of a like, wow, this season's gonna be great, you know. And there are some shows that I'm really looking forward to, obviously, um, but I feel like this may be sort of a slower, a weaker season. Like I know some of the ones like obviously I want to watch like that I know for a fact, like Tower of God. Let's see, man, I got to keep going down. Tower of God, Snafu season 3 or Origami season 3, Brand New Animal, Kaguya-sama season 2, War of Underworld part 2. Like those are just like the standout ones, right? Like, but I mean, I feel like there's a lot of potential for like listeners. Even this Wave Listen to Me one, Kakushigoto might surprise me. So there could be ones that like these two right here, the villainous one and yesterday Wo Utate, those could be good. And you never know what other surprises there may be. Fruits. I think I mentioned Fruits Basket. And Apari Ranman could be good. The Millionaire Detective one. It just we don't know obviously yet. Um, but for me, like the standout ones, I just mentioned them are kind of obviously going to be what carries this season. And I hope there are some other surprises from some other ones and some other shows that I end up watching or maybe like more than I thought I was going to from making this video. You know what I'm saying? So, because with this, there's not really like obviously you can go off the synopsis and how the characters look and the studios and all that, but you never really know until you sit down and watch it. So we'll have to wait and see for that. But yeah, I feel like we got a decent amount of stuff, though that I plan to watch, or at least give a shot. You know, so yeah, I think that about does it. I kind of already gave you guys the ones I'm really looking forward to, but yeah, it should be another fun season. I'm expecting this one for me, honestly, to be kind of around the same as like the winter, right? Like I'm not gonna be watching as much as I usually do. There's not as much stuff I feel like that is as interesting to me as like maybe from past seasons, like past stacked seasons. And even the winter wasn't that bad. So I'm not saying the winter was like a slow season or a bad season or anything, but I feel like to me it seems like this season is gonna be more on the level of like what we had with the winter season. I don't know. What do you guys think? What do you guys think? Let me know. I know we have kind of been talking about this for a bit now. You guys know the deal, though. Like I said at the beginning of the video, let me know what shows you're really looking forward to. What are your most anticipated? I know I already kind of talked about like which ones I'm going to be reacting to in here. I'll go over it again though, just in case. Tower of God, like these are the ones I definitely plan on reacting to. Tower of God, that's the first one. Let's see. Fruits Basket season 2, Brand New Animal, Origami season 3, Kaguya-sama season 2, and War of Underworld part 2. Those 6 I definitely 100% plan on reacting to. As for the other ones that I marked in green, I wouldn't even say all of them that I marked in green, like I'm going to possibly be reacting to, because I know I didn't do any reactions to Ascendance of a Bookworm. It's just, I mean, there are some stuff in it that is sort of reaction worthy, but for the most part, it's not really a reaction worthy series in my opinion. But the villainous one, like I said, maybe would do reactions for. The yesterday Wo Utate one, it seems like it's gonna be more of like a dialogue driven show, so maybe it's not for reactions, but maybe it is. You guys let me know. But the villainous one, that one, potential candidates for reactions. I don't think I'm gonna be doing reactions to Kakushigoto listeners or Wave Listen to Me. Let's see. Apari Ranman could be a candidate for reactions too, for like a first impressions. So I'll do a first impressions for a few of the ones I just mentioned, and then we'll see how it goes, right? But I feel like besides the 6 I mentioned that I'm for sure reacting to, there's probably gonna be like 2 or 3 more that I add, and that'll be like the max. So probably setting the max at like 8, I would say for this season. So yeah, I think that about does it. You guys know the deal. Let me know what you guys are really looking forward to with the spring anime season of 2020. Um, are there some shows maybe that I'm sleeping on that maybe I should look out for more or something like that? Just let me know your thoughts on everything down in the comments below. I'd love to hear from you guys. Which shows you're going to be watching and keeping up with? Which shows maybe you want to see me react to besides the ones I already mentioned? And yeah, I think that about does it for the Spring Anime 2020 lineup video. I will see you all for the spring season and for my reactions. I hope you guys did enjoy this video. If you guys did enjoy, make sure you drop a like, subscribe if you do, and I'll see you all in the next one. Thank you for watching. Peace out.